Hello guys, today we're going to be changing the oil in this 2014 Chevrolet Cruze Diesel. So first, before we get started, I'd like to show you the oil I got in the filter. This is the AC Delco filter. There's the part number. And this is the oil I chose. It's made from natural gas, which is kind of weird. I've never purchased this oil before, but I wanted to try it out. Now make sure whatever oil you get is Dexos 2 approved. This vehicle requires that. You can see on the oil fill cap here itself, it says that. So make sure you get that, 5W30. So go ahead and get started. Make sure the vehicle's secure before you crawl under it. I pulled this up on the ramps here. And we're going to go ahead and loosen the drain plug. Right here it's a 13 millimeter. Okay, here's the drain plug. You don't actually have to remove it. If you look here, there are holes for the oil to come out, so if you just loosen it enough, but my personal preference, I like to remove it. And I really don't like this drain plug because the hex head here is so small for the actual plug itself. I've actually had an issue last time. This head stripped on me, and for the life of me, I just couldn't get it out, so I had to take it to the dealer, and they removed it for me and put this new one on. So I think I might update this and get a bigger hex head on this plug. So right now it's just slowly draining here. So while that continues to drain, go up above here and look at where the oil filter is. It's not in a good location. So right below the alternator, you see that plastic housing there? That's where the oil filter is. Now that nut there on the end, the plastic nut's actually part of the body. That's a 32 millimeter nut, but if you don't have a 32 millimeter socket, which I don't, you can use 1 1/4 inch. It fits over there perfectly. So we'll fit that down in there. It'll be a little tight. There's not much room. It's a dumb location. I hate it. Alright, as you can see, I have the socket on there. The wrench is in position. And this is a one-handed job here, so get your hand on there. Let's go ahead and break it loose. Make sure your oil pan's underneath to catch the oil that's going to come out of here. There's not much room, kind of sucks. Alright, that's loose enough. I can grab it by hand. Let's wiggle this socket out of here and wrench. There we go. Get my hand down here, loosen it the rest of the way. Again, make sure your oil pan is underneath. Okay, there it goes. Make sure you have a rag ready when you pull this filter up and out. Alright, there it is. Now the next step, we'll pull that thing right out of there and put the new one in, along with the new seal here. This O-ring will have to come off. We'll get that out. Alright, I popped out the old filter, and the new filter is right here. Pulled it out of the box. It comes with the new O-ring you need. Now on the cap here, you can see the O-ring right here. And what you'll have to do is get a tiny screwdriver. I use something like this, and just get behind it here and pry it off. It's as simple as that. Pull it away here and discard that. You can see where it was. Go ahead and install the new one. Just slips right on, right in this groove. Okay, I'm going to take the new O-ring and put it on the filter cap here. Simply slides right over these threads and into the groove right here. So make sure it's even the whole way around. That's good to go. Now for the new filter, just simply snaps right in. Now it's ready to install. Okay, time to put the filter back in. So you wiggle it down through here. I go down this way, wiggle it down around. Slowly into position and thread it back in. It is a little tricky. Okay, once you get started by hand, then you go ahead and tighten it up. The hardest part is getting it started because you can't really see what you're doing too well. Then you go ahead and snug this up. Doesn't have to be super tight. Okay, it's good and tight. Pull it out of there. And that part is done. Just wipe up anything. See, I got a lot of oil spillage everywhere. But you can't really help that. I mean, it's in a bad spot, and then you lift it up out of there, it's dripping everywhere. So just wipe it up. Make sure you don't get anything on your belt here. So, yeah, what a mess. Alright, drain plug's back on, nice and tight. Alright, this engine takes like 4 3/4 quarts. So I add 4, back it up off the ramps here, and check the level, add the rest. Okay, I backed the car off the ramps. I've added 4 quarts so far. So I'm going to check the level here, and I know I need to add about 3/4 of a quart roughly. So here's the dipstick. Pull this out here. Make sure you wipe it clean. And when you're full, you want to be in this area here. So put it back in here and see where we're at. Okay. I definitely need to add some. You can see it's just a little bit on the bottom there. Alright, I've added 4.5 liters or 4.75 quarts. Let's check it. See where we're at here. Looks pretty good. We are in the safe operating range. So that completes the oil change. Now don't forget to reset your oil change life inside for the computer. And now is a good time to check your diesel exhaust fluid and top that off. Thanks for watching, guys. Please comment or subscribe.